Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Criterion Corner. This is the segment on my channel where I select some films from the Criterion collection and talk about them in great detail. And today I'm going to talk about a film that I'm literally kicking myself in the ass for not watching earlier, and that is the film In the Mood for Love from director Wong Kar-wai. In the Mood for Love is directed by Wong Kar-wai, taking place in Hong Kong of 1962, a melancholy story about the love between a woman and a man who live in the same building and one day find out that their husband and wife have had an affair with each other. I just get it out of the way really quick. This is one of the best movies I've ever seen, and I cannot believe that it's taken me this many years to watch this movie. This is everything that makes cinema cinema. This is just like a love letter to filmmaking in every way imaginable when it comes to the technical aspects, the framing, the performances. So you have our two lead characters. You have this man and woman who move into this apartment building together with their spouses, and they move in next door with one another. And at some point during the film, the two of them begin to suspect that their spouses are having affairs with one another, and they end up deciding that it's with each other. And so the two of them form this bond together, and over time they start to get really close. And throughout the film, they develop this longing, emotional connection with one another that blossoms into love. But you can tell that both of them have this wall build up between each other because they don't believe that it would ever be a possibility. And this movie is just incredible in the sense that even if you strip away the relationship and emotional aspect of the relationship part of this film, I think every person in the world has felt the way that these characters have felt at one point or another. Both of them are living lives that feel incredibly stagnant, and that every day is exactly the same. And they just want to feel alive and excited and happy about life again. And neither one of them sees their spouses because they're constantly gone. And so the two of them start to bond over things that they have in common. They start spending time together. And everything about this is through the two lead characters' performance. It's that look that they give each other, the passing glance, the slight touch of the hand, the laying the head on the shoulder. There is no sex in this movie, and this film has probably the best romantic tension I've ever seen in a film ever. And you just feel the compassion and care that these two characters have for one another just at the way that they look at each other. And there's something to be said about how amazing of a filmmaker Kar-wai is for doing this and being able to pull this off. Also, this film was made in the year 2000, and it takes place in 1962, and this thing feels timeless. The cinematography is breathtaking. I know everybody talks about the color red in this film. Let's also talk about the color green in this film that shows up consistently. So much beauty in the color palette, so deeply saturated and incredible that it just makes this world feel so vibrant and beautiful. And there's also some really muted color palettes in this that kind of complement the more somber tones that the film has at moments. And this film is just unlike anything I've ever seen. And I wanted to watch this movie when Everything Everywhere All at Once came out because I know that there was a lot of references to the Daniels sort of using material from this film, and you can definitely see that when you watch this movie and the sequences in that film that kind of parallel to the way that this is shot. And I'm sure there's so many other films that this movie has influenced, but this is really, like I said, what makes cinema to me. Just absolutely beautiful performances, an incredible score with some amazing Nat King Cole songs that are in Spanish, I believe, throughout the film that are just beautiful. They've been in my head since I watched the film, and I just am obsessed with this movie. I feel like it's something that I would be able to put on in the background all the time and just fall in love with again and again. It's like these two characters are so personable and interesting, and you just want to know everything about both of them. And that's something that I can really respect about the fleshing out of this world and understanding these people for who they are. And this is just one of the most beautiful pieces of film I have ever seen. And if you have not seen this movie, you are 100% missing out. I don't want to get into beat by beat plot details in this film because there's just so much about it that when you live it and you experience it and you feel what these characters are feeling, it will impact you more emotionally. And I can never with words tell you the way that this movie will make you feel. But I was left feeling very emotional after this, which is nice. I love film that makes me feel something, and that kind of, whether that's like brutal emotions where I feel really heartbroken or really build up or anything. I love when I can have a really visceral reaction to a piece of media, and this film moved me quite a bit. And I'm looking forward to checking out more films in Wong Kar-wai's catalog. Several of his films are streaming on the Criterion channel right now, so I'm planning on checking out several of those. But if you have a subscription, get on right now and watch In the Mood for Love. You will not regret it. So have you seen In the Mood for Love? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you thought. I think this is one of the best films ever made. As always, if you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, helps me out a lot. Lets me know the type of content you're looking for. I'm always putting out new material and look forward to getting more out for you in the near future. And as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.